In my last video, I said this: I'm playing a lot better lately, and I've not had the chance yet to make a video and explain how and why, but I'll be doing that soon. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already and that's the kind of thing that you're interested in. And be quick, because obviously by the time I get around to making that video, I could well be playing crap again. I was excited. I felt like I'd made a bit of a breakthrough. My swing was feeling really solid and golf just seemed simple.
Oh, so good.
I decided to stop worrying about technical things and what my swing looked like and just focus on a nice tempo and a good strike. It was working, it all felt easy and uncomplicated with no real swing thoughts to worry about, and I was ripping it.
Oh, it's so fun.
That was lovely. I was about to go on a golf trip, playing 3 rounds in 3 days at 3 nice courses with mates I hadn't seen for a while. I was looking forward to impressing them with my tour caliber, awe-inspiring ball striking. I think you can probably see where this is going.
So it went well then?
It was a total disaster.
I played like a blind man who didn't know what golf was and had just had it described to him by a raving lunatic speaking a different language. I just felt quite nervous, like suddenly I didn't trust my swing and my putting felt awful. Like I was missing 2-foot putts and 3 putting from like nowhere. Well, that was an unexpected birdie to start, but I hit a pretty grim drive up the left, managed to dig a 4-iron just short of the green and then 2-putted for a birdie. But yeah, my chipping wasn't great and I was hitting about 6 miles behind the ball on 95% of my full shots, and on the rare occasion where I actually hit the ball first, it was such a massive slappy push slice that I ended up wishing I had chunked it so it didn't go as far into the trees. That was actually really good, I think, but it still felt a bit weird. Like I sort of feel as if my weight is all over the shop, like I was kind of going to fall over or something. And I'm at the stage now where I don't know if my path is into out or out to in. So even when I like hit a good shot, it feels a bit more like random rather than something that I've done on purpose. Obviously I'm not a psychologist, but I'd say it's pretty obvious that the nerves were a factor. That's the only reason why I'd go from like ripping it in the weeks leading up to this trip, and even on the range before each round I was hitting it really well, but then yeah, completely unable to hit any decent shots on the course. So that can only be a mental thing, can't it? I'm just going to play a few holes tonight, see how I'm hitting it, and obviously having camera out kind of adds a bit of pressure. So I think yeah, one of the things that I need to do is get used to like a bit of pressure again, so that things don't fall apart. This is my first time out since the golf trip of chunked irons and whiffed putts, so we'll see what happens. So even that's funny, like I felt alright about that. I was in the middle of the fairway, just had a 9-iron in my hand, and then there were just like 3 people walking up the hole, walking their dog, and I heard one of them whisper, "Oh, he's doing a video." Suddenly I just felt like well nervous, like, oh god, I'm going to shank it across the road. They're going to think, who's this knob with a tripod and a camera out? Definitely like some mental game improvements to be made, I think. But yeah, I feel like I'm at a bit of a crossroads. So do I just need to get used to playing golf with a bit of like pressure again? Because obviously I haven't done that for like 3 years. So I put a card in on the first round of that golf trip, and that was the first time I'd had a scorecard in my hand in almost exactly 3 years. So I guess yeah, like the more I play kind of competitive rounds and all that sort of stuff, like I'll just kind of get used to it again. But then on the other side, do I just need to accept that my swing as it is doesn't seem to hold up very well under pressure, and therefore I need to like sort that out. What a glorious little sunset. Why can't I do this when it counted? That's what a few of these more technical golf coaches that I'd had lessons with in the past had said, that with my swing the way it was, and I guess the way it is, like I can have a round or like a little spell where I go out and absolutely rip it, then there'll be another day where I turn up and my timing's just slightly off and I can't hit the planet. And that's kind of how it feels at the moment. I don't have huge confidence that I can just stand up and know I'm going to hit a pretty good shot. At this point when I was filming this video, two rather annoying things happened. One, my microphone disconnected from my camera, which meant a lot of clips like this. And two, I missed this tiny putt.
How did you miss that?
The microphone kicked back in a bit later, but I'm just going to quickly do a voiceover for the bits that it missed. Basically, what I went on to say is that I think it's a bit of both. I do need to get used to playing golf again so I don't feel as nervous. Like back in the day when I was playing competitions most weeks, I'd feel a tiny bit of nerves on the first tee, but nothing too bad. And I guess it's normal that the more you do something, the less the nerves affect you. So when you haven't done it for 3 years, you're likely to feel more nervous. But I also think that I do need to tidy up my technique. I think it's pointless to pretend that the swing that didn't get me to scratch before is going to get me to scratch now. And I just don't believe that I swing it well enough or hit enough greens to get to scratch. But the important thing is to not get too lost in that and to remember that there's a lot more to golf than a swing that looks pretty on video. In terms of improving my swing, there's a few different paths I'm considering. One is just getting lessons from someone local so that I can see them regularly, because it's been a long time since I've had a coach that I've been able to see on like a regular basis. Another one is signing up for Adam Young's strike plan and just following all the lessons in that. I've been listening to Chase and Scratch podcasts lately. If you've never listened to that, then check it out. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, they do a lot of Adam Young stuff and it seems to make quite a big difference to them. Another thing I'm considering is going to see the guys at Zen Golf. So a lot of people suggested that after I made a video recently about does it matter what your golf swing looks like.
I, for 40 years, have played golf swing, not golf.
I've watched a fair few of their videos and I do like their style. It sits well with how I want to approach golf, but the downside is that they're about 300 miles from me, so it definitely couldn't become a regular thing. Another option is trying to get together with Liam Robinson again, because as I said in a video before, the lesson he gave me and the drills I got from him had me hitting it the best I ever have in my life. Another option is Danny Maud, because I really like his videos. I feel he gets all the technical stuff but is able to teach it in a way that keeps it fairly simple and natural, because as much as I'd like a really pretty textbook swing, the super technical position stuff just doesn't seem to really work for me. Or I just go back to watching every bloody random swing video on YouTube and Instagram and trying to fix my swing that way.
That's a fucking brilliant idea.
Let me know if you've got any bright ideas in the comments, or if you know any great golf coaches somewhere near North Devon. This is where the microphone kicked back in, so I'll join you back on the course. It's dark enough now that I couldn't quite see that. I thought it went down the middle, but yeah, see if I find it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I know videos like this aren't like going to be massive crowd pleasers or like get loads of views or whatever, because it's kind of more about my game rather than like something that necessarily applies to everyone. But I just think, obviously I'm trying to get better. As and when I hopefully get better and find things that work, I want to be able to share them. So I feel like if I don't kind of cover the highs and lows on the way, then there's sort of no context to that. So like if you don't know kind of what I've been struggling with, then hopefully when I find a way to stop struggling and like start getting better, yeah, it just kind of won't make as much sense. So yeah, that's why I'll keep doing videos like this. But yeah, I'll finish this hole, assuming that I can find my ball. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the future.
Oh, that's horrible.
With all my iron shots, I'm just not compressing it at all. Like, that was just grim, you know, no divot, just a weak strike, sort of like, yeah, a little push fade. But I don't really know why that's happening, that's the problem. This is why I need some help. I mean, I've hit the green, I'm a long way from the pin again, but just, yeah, like, there's nothing good about that strike. yeah, so I was level par there through, what was that, 5 holes that I've just played, I think. I would have been under par if I hadn't missed that really short putt. But yeah, I just feel like in general not hitting it very well, and not sure why. So definitely going to seek out some help. As I said before, thanks for watching. It feels weird to be saying all this stuff again when I've already said it once, but it always seems rude just to say see you later, but see you later.